Welcome in, not Raiders. Welcome in, Yardy Sturdy Huggers and Fiber Feeds. Say, I'm all ready. I'm all ready. Let me catch up with chat. Just a Curious got first. Yeah, got first snapshot right from under you. Yes, you gotta be fast. Just a Curious is probably the one that gets the first all the time. Yes, yes, I figured out how to do a little graphic for my redeems. Yes, they've always been called yarn balls, but now we have a graphic. Redeems, I was here first. Yeah, you gotta be fast. You gotta be fast. Yes, just secure. It's very, very competitive. Serves me right for using your laptop instead of your actual mouse. Welcome in, Thunder and Pixie. And Supreme is streaking three stream streak. Nobody wants to see that. Not Raiders yet. Yes, yes. I got a little ahead of myself. You're watching Magic. I'm over there too. Um, ready to let him know. Wait, ready to let who know? Wait, what? Yarn scraps. Yes. Well, it is reuse and recycle. Am I ready? I'm always ready. I am always ready. I was born ready. How is everybody? Welcome in, Blue. Okay, let me adjust my music. I think the music's fine for everybody, but I don't know. It's a little loud for myself. Welcome in. How is everyone? How's everybody liking the raid train so far? I have been on it the entire time, and I'm enjoying it. I got very little sleep. I did take a little bit of a nap this morning, so I'm gonna crash tonight. All right, let me get this right over here. Okay. It is a great train. Supreme's trains are always amazing. Always amazing. Okay. Let me get a little drinky drink. No problem, no problem. She can take her time. There's no rush. Thank you for the check-in, Candace. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Let me get my apps the way they need to be. Alrighty. I think I've caught up with chat. Okay. Yay! This is a family friendly event. I had to turn off some redeems, so we have to be in our best behavior. They will return. They will return. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. How was your stream? Welcome in, Magic and Comic. I know how your stream was. I was there. Let me give you a shout out. Um, if nobody is, wait, did that work? Did my? Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you for the follow. That clip scared me. I know it scared Magic. I can't respond to everybody that's coming in on the raid. There's so many names, so I want to thank everybody who's here. If you were lurking and coming in, that's fine too. If you have said anything, there's no way that I can go and check every response. But welcome in, welcome in. How was your stream? I know Magic and Comic was covering a box. She was taking brown paper that was in like Amazon packages and covering it. And I even mentioned it, kind of like when you would wrap a textbook with brown shopping bags, and for like your textbook in high school, instead of buying a book cover because those were expensive. And then she was adding other little elements to it for like a travel type little souvenir thing. And Magic has a new friend on stream, Macy Russet, which is a potato. Macy's got some problems. That's all I'm gonna say. Yes, you got it from Amazon packages. Yes. Welcome in. Magic has, yes. Magic doesn't have problems. Macy does. Yes. At first, she liked me, but then it got a little weird. It got weird. Gonna be everyone with chat when the raid happens. Yes. Yes. So yes, and Macy Russet is Geode's little friend, sitting right next to Geode. I am so sorry, Geode. I am so sorry you have to sit next to Macy. Doesn't like potato. Yes. Yes, she's no friend of yours. Yes. Alrighty. First, before we do anything, I want to thank Supreme Doom 56 for organizing this Raid Train event. This is the first TCC Raid Train. The theme, and if you've been on the train, you know, the theme is 3R's, Reuse, Recycle, Raid Train. And I've been in every stream. There was a couple I didn't actually watch. I was lurking. But everything that I've seen, I've loved. And so many great creators and wonderful, amazing art that people are doing and reusing things. And don't worry, Bedlam of the Raid. Yes. One thing, couples all, yes, I was up all night, literally. One thing, there is kind of an underlying theme to the stream. You gotta pay attention. It might be, obvious, it may not be obvious. I will let you all know at the end of stream. I'll ask if everybody got the underlying theme. Alright. So, first of all, let's promote the train. I'm going to do it here because I'm not busy. Alright, that link right there, that is the link to the Crafty Collective site for the Raid Train. You could follow along. So, that is my way of shouting out everybody. I'd have wall of text. So, I'm going to do it that way. Hopefully that's alright. Everybody can go to that website and see where the current train is. And actually, let me pull it up. We'll get into some crafting. We're going to do some crafting. Have no fear. Have no fear. You're in good hands. Maybe. This is the page. This is the page. And right now, it is here with me. See the little train? The little purple train? So when we raid out, it will go to Lady Lazy Pup, and so on and so on. So this is a good place to check where everybody is and where the train currently is at any given moment. So shout out to all of these wonderful creators, and go and interact with everybody if you're able to. Give everybody a follow when they're streaming. If you aren't able to, then give them a follow when you're able to. That didn't make any sense. But I've never known to make sense. There's so much going on in chat that I don't know what is going on. All right, I have a question. Well, before I have a question, those of you who are new here, I am a fiber artist. Crochet, needle tatting, embroidery, anything to do with string and yarn and thread, I probably will try it and do it. My fellow, we're having a dance party? Yes. Rock on. Um, Anybody who is a fiber artist who has dabbled into fiber arts and uses yarn in particular, you are not going to be a stranger to this. So when you're done a project, well, this is not this. This is an exception. But when you're done a project, you're going to have these little bits. Okay? And you have a jar next to you? Yes. Yes. Oh, I've got more than a jar. So, most of us take these and throw them away. But if you do a lot of fiber arts, think about all of the ends and scraps, the little pieces that you throw away over any given amount of time. So let's say a year. Let's just say a year. One project's going to have a lot of ends. So if you save all of your little scraps, you will visually see how much you have, and you're throwing that away. Well, that's money. Money you're throwing away, and it's waste. So, you need a jar, using the stuff bit, yes. Stitch marker, yes, there's so many uses for it. Like Mel had said, you could stuff things with it. You can use stitch markers. There are so many ways of using these little ends. I call them schnibbles. I stole the term from my fellow streamer. Unicorn Farts is on a 3-stream streak. Woohoo! Kel uses this stuffing. All right. So we're going to go a little step further. So we're going to take all of these. And this is an example of all of my variegated bits. But I have saved them. And I have separated them into color groups. So I got a bag of browns and blues and grays, etc. So there are all different colors here. How long did it take? How long did it take to separate them? Oh, I would save them up, and when I would have a pile, I'd sort them into the different bags as I would go along. So this is an ongoing thing, and I'm getting to the point, like this one, this is the black bits, the white, they're getting a little full, so I'm going to have to find another way of separating these. So we're going to move that over to the side. And I do have a little tray here. Oops. And I'm using this as a temporary thing. So I'm saving all of them and separating. And we're going to be making this. Needle felting, yes. Mine would never get there organized unless you help organizing colors, yes. You don't have to organize them into colors. You could just mix them all together. Because we're going to untwist yarn. Briefly, let me, the yellow might work. Actually, the gray. The gray will work. If anybody knows anything about yarn and thread, well, to an extent, this is a really long piece. We'll go to the short piece. Use them as backgrounds. Yes. So many uses. Let me zoom in. So yarn is made up usually of multiple strands that are twisted together. That gives it strength and loftiness. Well, we're going to untwist them. I'm not physically going to untwist, because that's going to take forever. Well, I am going to physically, but I'm not going to take each strand one by one. That's not how my brain works, but your eyes just don't like your brain. Welcome in, Clay Miko. Summon ideas, incorporate them into resin. Yes. There are so many ways of using them. So, we're going to turn them back into fluff. And I think we're going to do the gray. I think the gray would be good. And we're going to prep it first. We're going to prep. So this is a long strand, which could be used into a project, but I'm going to just make it into a smaller I'm going to cut them up. Anything under a few, maybe like a foot and a half or so, I would add to this. So I'm trying to roughly cut them the same length. You don't have to be exact. Now, you could do the same thing with this and use these if you latch hook. You don't have to buy specific latch hook yarn, but you can use your own. It's been a good day. I'm trying to keep up with chat. This is something I'm gonna struggle with. Thank everybody for the check-ins. I'm not used to this much activity. So I'm gonna make a bundle. You can also use this to make tassels. So you can use your bits for all different things. That didn't sound right. Best we go. Gotta get up early. All right, Vixen. Yes, I know it's late where you are. Get some rest. So I'm just cutting these down. We're gonna do the whole thing. We're just gonna, and you're gonna make a bundle of them. You don't have to have a whole lot. You really don't want too many, because then it's gonna be hard to work with. And then those of you who have never seen this are probably thinking, how is he gonna turn that into fluff? I should have prepared this in advance, but snipping this in half and in half again go pretty well. All right, that should be good. Anything now I'm using acrylic yarn. So I'm gonna keep my fiber contents together. I'm not gonna mix my acrylic with wool, with cotton. I'm gonna keep them separate. You can mix them if you want. Remember I said you have the same scissors? You lied. Oh, don't lie, Supreme. I am not happy. I got about 2 hours of sleep. No, take that back. Maybe about 3 hours. 3 or 4 hours of sleep. You do the mum thing. Nope, that's all right. Yes, that's more important than watching a weirdo cut up yarn. All right, so we have our little ends, our little schnibbles, that we're going to call them, little bits. And I'm going to use these tools. Now, when I purchased these, why are you sleeping? I'm not sleeping right now. When I purchased these on Amazon, they advertised them as yarn wool cards. They're not. It says House of Paws. These are pet hair brushes. It works. It definitely works. They're not real. They're not real wool cards, but they still work. Why aren't I? Oh, I was up most of the night in streams, and I was modding for a couple people. So I was participating in the I was doing stuff in the raid train. I was being active. You can call them great. You could purchase wool cards. They're going to be usually bigger and more expensive, but it still works. A couple of them, wireframe brush, yes. So these little bristles, they're not going to show. Oh, there we go. You see they're angled. So they're angled. That is what's important. I'm going to use one first, then we'll use the second. Okay, B is being chaos. No, that's okay. Nope, you're fine, Yarny. Couple of them, yes. So I'm going to take the bundle in my hand. I'm going to grip it really firm. You don't want to lose it. Now these spikes, they're fine. They're not as sharp like this, but if you really press down, they can be sharp. So if you're going to do this, be careful. This is not a kid's activity. He's sleeping tonight. Oh, me? Yes, I will be sleeping. After my portion of the raid train, I'm gonna get something to eat. What is everybody gonna be eating? I'm gonna have pizza. And those who know, I am on low carb, and I know a way to make low carb pizza. So that is the theme. That's the rule. During the raid train, we have to talk about pizza. So I'm gonna take these, and just gonna brush it against the teeth. Um, Pizza Fish Friday. You had a cheeseburger. Finishing off your last slice of pizza. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. So I'm doing low carbs. I'm trying to lose weight. Well, I am losing weight. I've been successful with it. And we've got low carb, actually almost zero net carb tortillas. And Grammy has told me that you kind of toast it in the frying pan on both sides, top it with your sauce and pepperoni or whatever, and then cheese on top, and then you let it heat up, and then you flip it, and supposedly it's good. I mean, what can you go? How can you go wrong? 2 nights of pizza. You committed to the call. Whoa, yeah. So as I'm flipping this back and forth. I'm going like this and flipping, and as we're doing it, it's eating away at this. Well, not eating away. It's separating them. This is going to take some muscle. So if you want to build up some whatever muscles in the arm, I'm not a muscle specialist. I'm not a medical professional. This could be a good workout. Exactly how the tradition started when streamers having pizza. Every other viewer had pizza. Only pizza every day since Saturday. Pizza place around here, very good deal. Well, 3. Oh, leftovers are the best. If it wasn't for leftovers, I wouldn't be alive. That's how I've survived my entire life. Well, not all, but. So as you notice, we're getting stuff in the brush. That's fine. That's fine. You've been training? Yes. Training for this event. It's like what is it when track and field teams are getting ready to compete beforehand, they have a spaghetti dinner for all the carbs, and then so they can burn it off, gives you the energy. So I guess Thunder is training. So this is getting softer. It's going to take a little bit of time. I'm actually going to separate the bundle. And you could just do a small one. Now, I'm only doing that one end right now. I'm going to keep doing it until it's opened up more. And we're adding the fluff to well, that came out of my hand. We're adding fluff to our card. So it's taking little small bites and depositing it onto our card. Now I don't have to do this entire thing, but you see how quickly just that end got untwisted and this really thin fibers. And then we can take these fibers and you can needle felt with it. I don't know how well needle felting would work with acrylic. I know it's usually done with wool. I've never tried it with acrylic. I've only ever dabbled. Well, no, I did try it with acrylic. I take that back. Okay, now I'm flipping over and I'm doing the other end. Welcome in, Amanda. You love the concept? Yes. It is a great concept, a great idea. And we are a little over, just slightly over 24 hours of the raid train. It started yesterday evening, um, 6 p.m. East Coast North America time. I don't know what it is in everybody else's time zone, and it's now about 7:30 East Coast North America. So a little over one full day. So we're just brushing. It's like you're getting knots out of hair, out of a dog's hair. I mean, these are pet brushes. I mean, really twisted and knotted and braided. Okay, we've got enough in there. We're going to put all of this to the side. This looks like a mess. We're going to fluff it up even more. You missed a lot prepping for your trip. You arrive in Arizona. Oh, you have arrived. Right. You're Amanda off Maui. Yes. All right. Let's see if I can zoom out. Oh, I can. So I'm gonna hold this one. I'm gonna call it a card. It's a brush. I'm gonna hold it firmly in one hand. Welcome in, KB. How are you? All of the teeth are pointed that way. They've got a slight angle to them. So on these are like this. They're kind of angled back. You never carded yarn? It's fun. It's fun. It takes some time. It's fun. So we're basically reverting this back to fiber. So if you're using wool yarn, you're taking it kind of back to the wool that came off of the sheep. In this case, this sheep is made out of acrylic. We have a plastic sheep. Came back from the fresh fry at church. Yum. So I've got that one in my one hand. And in my other hand, I'm going to hold it opposite. See how they're going opposite? And this is exactly how you would do it if you had wool cards. The real thing. A little bit of history. Most of you know I like history. Traditionally, the carding job of carding wool, like actual wool from the sheep, was done by children. Because it was the easiest, less technical job in the whole process. Grasp it firmly. Anyone get the reference? Just to carry it. We're family friendly. Yeah. Oh, I was watching something British the other day, or yesterday, and they stopped in a pub, and I'm like, I've never been to the UK, but I've had kind of Americans' version of a British pub, and it was actually pretty good. It was better than a lot of the American stuff here. I was craving fish and chips. I can't have either one, but I really wanted that. Oh, it's from SpongeBob. Okay, I'm not. I've never seen SpongeBob. Shoulder hardware brushing wool. Yes. So I'm gonna use the other one, and the teeth are an opposite. So the teeth are going that way on this one. The teeth are going opposite to the other direction. So I'm gonna drag it across, but I'm not gonna dig right down into it. So I'm gonna try to do it this way, and I'm gonna just graze it. See how the teeth are barely touching? And we're picking up a little bit of fluff on the other card. These are pet hair brushes. I mean, you could use a strong hairbrush that had strong wire teeth. I mean, that really wouldn't be comfortable for a human hair head. I know they have ones with the little plastic balls on the end. I don't think that's going to work because that's not really going to dig in. So pet hair brushes are probably the best. And you're just going to do this. And this is basically how you would card wool. And it's easier for me to hold it this way. And I'm just grazing it, picking up a little bit at a time. You see how much of a mess that looks? There's some areas that aren't fully opened. This one looks a lot more brushed. So we're brushing plastic. You never thought you'd tune in to see somebody brush plastic on the internet. Now you can go down a little, and we're kind of flicking it a bit. We don't want to flick it too much, because if you flick it, it takes it off of there and puts it on here. but it takes all of it without really doing doing its job. It just transfers it. Oh, see. And I don't know about you, I love the sound that this makes. If people are triggered by it, I am sorry. I don't mean to trigger anybody, but I personally like the sound. So just a few minutes ago, it was yarn. And we've already got something like this. Okay, they're both looking a little bit closer. They're not the same. I'm going to flick it off. So to flick it off, still going to hold this here. I'm going to angle it like that. And a quick movement, I'm going to take this one and flick it like that. And see how that one pretty much came clean? And it's all on here. So I'm going to carefully remove this. And we have some fluff, but it's not fully separated. So I'm going to take this and put it back on. It's easier to put it on now because it's not twisted, and I probably put too much in that area. I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to just do a little bit more, a little bit here. And you're just going to keep working it. Now I'm going to do the other section. It's a little bit easier to do less than more. So you've heard the expression less is more. You don't want to overpack this because then anything that's further down the bottom doesn't get separated. It gets all mashed up in the tines and doesn't really do it. Now, the theory is that I am not a fiber expert. And there might be other people around that are more experienced than I am. Carding fiber, and this has nothing to do about recycling, but carding fiber in general kind of opens up the fibers. It doesn't really align them. I mean, it kind of does. And this is just from what I've learned by watching videos and reading. No, we're not making yarn from chicken feathers. Can you make yarn from chicken feathers? Is that possible? I know it. Um, they're petter brushes, but they're called slicker. Yes, slicker brushes for dogs. Yes. You can send me some. Ooh, he's carding to the music while I was, and Peanut just tried to take your beads. Oh no, Peanut. Oh, and we got the twerky. We got the twerky. Yeah, we have some unique. Oh, all the poultry, the chicken, the turkey, the duck, and the milk. Oh, y'all did this yesterday. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Okay, Friar Schmuck. Okay, we got to do this. We got to do this while the song is playing. Not. Oh no. Here's the duck. The duck. The hamster. I know there was a donkey. We're going to do donkey last. They do this all the time to me. If you've never been here, this is typical. Typical. Why is that? Why is that? That's a dock. There's the donkey. There's the royal from when the royals redeem. The hamster milk. The hamster. Hamster milk, hamster milk. I don't know if you can see. It does say hamster milk. It's a thing. Why is the hamster on a stick? Well, doesn't everybody have a hamster on a stick? It's a thing. Hamster milk is a thing. Hamster milk. All right. It's just the hamster. Much. Flames, flames, flames on the side of my face. Next trip is gonna make the hamster talk. Yes, I am, Blue. I don't even know his name. I'm a hamster. What's my name? Fred. Okay, Fred the hamster. No, he's on a stick so he can dance. Yes! And dinosaurs. Chickens. Well, that's a duck. Chickens. They're the descendants of the dinosaurs. Belina and Tom. Ah. Bella? I like that. Bella the hamster. Jalapenos on a stick? Yeah. Yeah, you have jalapeno on a stick. Why not a hamster on a stick? All right. This is what you all been waiting for. Can I get somebody to type exclamation point donkey in the stream? There's a collab everybody can join if they want to, but in my Discord there are the lyrics to it. It's real easy. Once you hear me sing it once, you've got it in your head for eternity. But here we go. Here's the donkey song. Sweetly sings the donkey at the break of day. If you do not feed him, this is what he'll say. Ee-aw, 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 ee-aw. Got that out of the way. Where were we? Oh, I've got tons of donkey song clips. I think all of my clips. Have you read the Winky Wonky Donkey? I have not. I know Dominic the Donkey, the Christmas song, the Italian Christmas donkey, but I don't know the Winky Wonky Donkey. There's a second one? Oh. The Wonky Donkey Sanctuary? Aww. And a third one. What? What? Just saw the woman reading the book to her grandkid. Oh, I'll have to check it out. I'll have to see that. I'm going to be sending you a video of Irish grandma reading it. Yes, you'll have to do that. Okay. We're supposed to, well, no. I was going to say we're supposed to craft, but there is nothing in the rules that says that. You put it in my Discord. Hey, yeah. Feel free, Aunt. If you want to post it, yeah, I'd love to see that. I've never heard of it. Bloom! Welcome in. Thank you for the gift sub to Scooby Loo, Jenny Cupcakes, Dova Kiki, Bluetooth Apis, and JC the Trash Panda. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, I'll get with everybody with all of um those people. I'll send them messages. We do a thing when we get subs, but we'll deal with that later. Um but thank you. I appreciate that. Blame Yada. Yada. Just DM me the video. How are you, Bloom? We're carding. Well, we're turning yarn into fluff. So we're reverse engineering. That's a big word. We're reverse engineering some yarn. So now we're getting more of a fiber. I'm gonna put this all in here. Yada Rika, thank you. Thank you for the gift sub to Bloom is Chaos, the Knitting Astronaut, Sir Woofington, Swanrise, and Queensberry Eden. Made it to Arizona. Waves from a shorter distance. Yes, I'm making fiberfill. Exactly. I mean, it is acrylic and polyfill. Well, that's polyester. It's plastic. But there are many things you can do with this. Thunder, thank you for the sub, Thunder. Okay, this isn't about me getting subs. Cub Shack, baby. So we got some fluff. So we can keep making a bunch of these. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a whole bunch of this. Thank you for the bits. But before we do that, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. Thank you all for the bits. You're distracting me. Uh-oh. We're going to lose my needles. Good. Thank you, Yadarika and Rosie and Casamia for the bits. You deserve to be distraction. Distraction is good. So this is previous fluff that I've made. This is all acrylic, but I can feel a big difference between this, which is basic acrylic, basic craft yarn, nothing wrong with it. This, I think, is Karen Simply Soft or something like that, because it is a much silkier feel, and I know you can't feel it, but it is very, very soft. But it'll all work together. So I got all these colors. What we could do is we could take this, process it a little more, get it into a form, and we can spin yarn with this. So we can turn this back into what it was. And you're thinking, why would you do that? Well, you got little short pieces. You can't really crochet, knit, do anything really with it. If you're going to do a traditional fiber craft, you can do other things with it. So, instead of throwing it away, take it, join it with some of the same color, or with other colors, and make new yarn, your own color combinations, and then you're saving money, you're keeping things out of the landfill, and you get your own custom blend. So we're going to make, this is a very poor example, I am not good at it. We're going to make something like this. This is a really bad example. It's called a rolag. Don't use me as an expert. But we're going to put one of our brushes away. And I've got a piece of carding cloth. This is basically the same thing that the brush is made out of, but it's on a flat rubbery type material. in fiber prep, there's a tool called a drum carder. And it's a drum. It's a cylinder that's got all of these spikes on the outside, and there's a smaller one that has spikes, and you feed in your wool, your fluff, and you crank, and it kind of does the same type of thing as this. While on the drum is carding cloth, but you can get this. What is the hot dog thing? What hot dog thing? There's hot dogs? I don't see hot dogs. Supposed to talk about pizza. Pizza, not hot. Oh, this. This is a rolag. We're going to make something like this. This is a very poor example. That's what I used to make the rolag. Yes. So this is a poor example. But I really need to mount this to a piece of wood so it has more stability. And this is gonna be a blending board. So a blending board does exactly what the name says. You blend. So I'm gonna use these colors, and this is where the artistic side comes into play. Oops, I don't need to zoom in that much. Oh, I only have 2 options. No, I don't. We can physically move it. So the teeth here are pointed toward me. And I'm going to take this little bit of fluff, and I'm going to drag it here and there, and you can't really see. Hype train success. Again, I want to thank everybody for doing all. Oh, look, we got like a little a kitty hype. Oh, that's cute. So I'm going to drag this across wherever I want it. Yay! Now you don't want to pack it too much, because then it's not really going to do what you want. So I'm going to do a different color. I'm going to put some darker purple here. And if you are using actual wool that you've processed, you can use different colored wools. Well, actually, you can do it with this too. You can add other things to it. There are man-made, if you're in the spinning fiber world, there are some man-made fibers you can add that add like sparkle to it and add bling that you can add. I think one of them is called Stellina. I've never used any of that. Thunder of Dragon sent me some sent me this. Sent me that. Now this is wool, so I'm not going to mix it in here. And there's a little bit of sparkle to it. So this is a wool bat. So it's a wide piece that was done on a drum carder. So the same type of thing. It's got this pretty iridescent in it. I need to get better at spinning yarn. I need more practice. I need to bring down my spinning wheels. I have 2 small electric ones. Angelina, yes, that's the other one. And I need to practice. And I have a thing of actual 100% Corriedale wool. I've got some blue face Leicester. I need to actually use it. I don't always think about it. So I'm just putting this wherever I want. And it's like you're painting. Oh, I'm getting choked up. It's not that serious, Crafty Cub. All right, let's add some blue. Let's add some blue here, and I'm just going to put little clumps here and there. These are only the colors I have prepped, so I don't have any other like yellows or reds or oranges or greens yet, but you can do that. You don't have to do this. You can do it all one solid color. You can, it's art. I always say there are no rules in art, just guidelines. And I'm probably starting at the wrong side, but I'm having fun with it. It's like you're finger painting. I mean, that I think is really pretty. I like those colors together. So I'm going to add, just to break it up a bit, add a little tan here and there. All right, I'm going to move that away. Now I'm going to take my brush. Watercolor painting, yes. Yep. So if this was attached to a wooden board, I'd have more success. But I don't right now. So I got to do the best I can, and I'm going to brush it. Same type of thing. And we're blending it. So we're blending it. Look how more blending that is. More blended. More blending. Yeah, I can speak. All right. I need some blue, more blue over here. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to press down, not too hard, because these are little sharp nails. They're staples, actually. Because on the backside, they're just staples. And this cloth comes in different widths of how far apart the tines are spaced. And that's for different types of fibers. Again, I am not an expert. This is the only piece I have. I really need to find a board of wood or something. I've seen people take wooden or bamboo cutting boards that have a handle on it and attach it, staple it to it, and then they could hold on to the cutting board as a handle. So let's add that there. I'm kind of digging down in there. I probably shouldn't do that, but I am going to take this out of the brush. And that's kind of a sneak peek. You've got the fibers kind of, the colors mixing. And the more you mix them, the more muddied that they look, and they get blended together. All right, now we're going to attempt to take it off of here. So I'm going to take some knitting needles. These are some odds and ends that they don't have mates to them. And now the spikes are going away from me. I'm going to go in between, kind of under here. And I'm going to kind of lift up. I'm probably doing this completely wrong, but I'm going to lift up. And now this one's on top. And I'm going to pinch them together and kind of roll it together. I'm failing. I know I'm failing at this. Welcome in, Scuba. Thank you for the check-in. Carding instructions to use knitting. Yeah. I'm probably taking them off of here. Wrong. We are going to have an ad here in about 2 minutes, so hang tight, everybody. All right. So I probably got too much on here, so I'm going to clean this up. I probably packed them down too much. And now I'm going to slide this off. And I need practice. But we basically have a roll lag. We've got this hot dog of fiber. And when you spin, we're not going to spin tonight, but when you spin from a rolag, from what I understand, you're going to pull here, you're going to add twist to it, and you're going to take a little bit of a time. Now this is going to make a thin thread, and you're going to pull and pull. Again, I'm not doing it the right way, so we're just twisting the fibers together. Should have got my spindle out and practiced. It's been years since I practiced with my drop spindle. And you're just going to twist it. The more twist you have, it's going to be stronger. And you make a strand of that, and you make multiple of them, and you twist those together, and you get yarn. So, and we're done. Now this isn't twisted that well together, but that's kind of the idea behind that. And I've got a lot left in here. So I'm just gonna try to get all of this out. Probably not all gonna come out with this. It is satisfying, and it's fun. It's fun just to play with colors. I mean, we are makers and crafters. And it's just art. It's just, and that was acrylic yarn that I got at the store or was gifted to me. It's just all your leftover bits from previous projects. Okay. I am going to take this, and I'm going to, let me try going the opposite way. Going with, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. Going with the needles, with the tines. That is pretty, right? Just like that. And you could use this. There's nothing saying that you can't use this. I'd have to probably card it a little better. And maybe just, yeah, there's some thick areas. There's some little nubs in there that didn't get fully separated. So I'm going to put that to the side. I'll wait till ads are over. Let me need a drink. So I asked this earlier, how is everybody enjoying the raid train? Anybody who could hear me? Any of the subs? And I can ask when we get back. Thank you for the hydrate. Let's hydrate again. Everybody who can hear me, that is not in an ad, hydrate with me. Sip, sip. Yep, sip, or, well, don't gulp, because that could be rude, and you could choke. So, everything's been fantastic. Yeah, yes. Let me check where it was. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back from the ad. Ginger beer. Ooh. I don't know if I've ever had ginger. I've had ginger ale, but I've never had ginger beer. Welcome in, Mindy May. I have a question I think you'd be able to help me with. Working on a dice bag for your husband from Hirschner's. I'm having an issue reading the pattern. If you DM me in Discord with a small section of the pattern, don't DM me the whole pattern, because yeah, if you could do that, if you could send it to me in Discord. I mean, if it's a free pattern, yes. If it's a free pattern, that's fine. But if it's a paid pattern, okay, it's free. Yes, I can get back to you. Because right now we're in the middle of a raid train, and I would help you with that. But you know, I would help you normally, but since we are limited time, we only have an hour, and I can look at it thoroughly and get back to you, or if you prefer, the next time I stream, which I am going to stream sometime during the day tomorrow, maybe the evening, I can help you then. So sorry, because normally I would stop what I'm doing and help you. But welcome back, everybody. Yeah, ginger beer sounds good. I love ginger ale, so I don't know how similar that would be. So yes, the raid train has been great. Can we get actually, yeah, if we can get somebody, anybody can do it. Exclamation point train, please. And I want to shout out, my way of shouting out everybody on the raid train. If you go to that website, it will show everybody who is currently, well, not currently, everybody who is a part of the raid train. And you could follow along. It started yesterday with Supreme, and it's gone through. Thank you for the follow. Much stronger than ginger? Oh, I would probably like it then, because I love a really good, strong ginger ale. So I was with the raid train since it began. Actually, I raided into Supreme, and I hung out. I was kind of semi-lurking with Ghost Glass. Then I kind of nodded off shortly with Yadarika. Then I was there for the end of Yadarika's. I was part of World Class Hooker, Supreme again. I was exhausted by the time Supreme got done, so I did take a nap. So I was lurking, but I missed Sassy Cat and Lady Cricket Bug and most of MS Creates' streams. But they're all great creator. Everybody is, not just them, but everybody's a creator. And then Squudge had to drop out, so Supreme took over. So it was with Supreme. Yes, I woke up again. Yes, normally I sleep during Supreme streams, but I was awake for the past couple streams of Supremes. And then Supreme raided into Tina's CI. Tina raided into Magic and Comic, and Magic raided into me. So going forward, and we're only the first full day. We're almost done all of Friday because it started about 26 hours ago. And it's going to keep on going until Tuesday afternoon, U.S. or North American East Coast time. So your time zones will change, will vary where you are. If you go to this website, the times that show up for you will be local, will be your local times. So we've got a whole lot more raid train left. When we get done, we will raid into Lady Lazy Pup, but that will be in about an hour or so. Let's see here. Okay. So while we were at add, I took the roll lag off of my blending board. So those are the pretty colors, and I was trying, before we went, I was kind of trying to demonstrate how you would spin from it. You would spin yarn, either with a spinning wheel, a drop spindle, and you basically add twist. And this being acrylic, there is more of a resistance. It's not going to slide as much. That's just the nature of the fiber. But you could do this with wool also, or cotton, any other type of fiber. There's different ways of spinning them. I don't really know too much about the different fibers and how they spin. I know about the fibers, but not how they really work up. So you add the twist. And it's not adding twist right now, but if I actually had a real tool and it would hold the twist, and actually we're gonna do a makeshift. Best part of waking up is Supreme in her cup. Yes, with Supreme in your cup. Yes. And I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm not waking up to watch you tomorrow. So this fiber happens to form a very thin one, but then you can combine multiples together to make thicker yarn. This was leftovers in my blending board. And I like how this is. Now I'm going to demonstrate on how to get a totally different color. So we got a lot of pinks and purples in there. And it's, you can identify the different colors. There's some, like a little bit of blue. I can kind of see a little bit of it. Tiny bit of that tan. And don't even know when I want to wake up to see my top. Oh, yes. Yes, we do. We want you to wake up. Waking up is important. Okay. Whoops. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to process it more. And the more you do it, they're going to blend. They're blending in here. They don't have. You don't have to use a blending board. But they're blending. You just stream like 3 or 4 hours after I'm going to bed. Yeah, sleep is important. Who am I talking? The one who's been up almost 24 hours. No. Did get some sleep. So we're going to process again. So instead of doing one color on the cards, we're doing multiples. And it's looking a little more uniform. It's looking a little more of a pinkish purple instead of areas that are completely solid. Now, I do see some of this blue here. So I'm going to just do this. I'm going to break it up. Do this. Totally get it. Stream only 4 or 5 hours after I go to bed. Not yeah. Naps is what is going to get me through this raid train. No, no. Naps are going to help. What's going to get me through the raid train is watching everybody's creativity. That's really what's going to get me through it. Oh. It's time to remove all of the, we're going to leave the monk costume because it's not that warm. Yes, napping is important. And eating. And drinking beverages. Yes. Welcome in, Ship. Roasty Queen of the Roasts. Thank you for redeeming that. If you too want to join in with all of those lovely people singing their version of the donkey song, exclamation point donkey. That link there gives you all the instructions, and you can. You don't have to be on camera. You don't have to wear a donkey hat. You can change up the lyrics. You can do it in a silly place. Get your friends and family involved. You're giving me permission to use your likeness here on stream, and you send me the video, and I will add it to all of the other ones, and have this collab going strong. So feel free to add to the herd, That's what we can call it. Yes, he did it in a very Mr. Rogers, Daniel Tiger sort of yes. So, and how are you, Shep? We're just carting up some, recycling some yarn bits, or schnibbles, that I call them. Schnibbles. I think it's a Yiddish word meaning leftover pieces. I think that's what it's called. Yes, your ship. Yes, you. You, sir. Yes. Moi. Yeah. You. I don't know how to say you in French. How do you spell it? How do you spell what? 2S. 2S. What? I'm confused. Oh, it? Oh, wait. Wait. Okay. Only people that have ever seen the movie, and usually my generation, maybe younger too. You don't spell sun, you eat. That's from the movie 16 Candles, when the foreign exchange student wanted to know how to spell quiche. And the grandfather said, you don't spell, you eat. Anyway. Woo! Schnibbles. Yes, I think that's how you spell schnibbles. It? No, we're not spelling it. Something very good. Thank you, Dragon. Ship is very good. Thank you, Thunder of Dragons. Did I say that right? Did I translate that right? Who has Cobb? Me. Yes, I am Cobb. Okay. Pretty. See? Look at me. Look at me. I'm a polyglot. Subset, I'm very good. Well, I don't mean if you are doing okay, then yes, then you're good. I mean, I'm assuming Dragon, and I can't say it in a French accent. Dragon do. I'm assuming that means yeah. Of course, I'm good. That's debatable magic. It's debatable. So, Cobby, if you send me those brushes, I can send them back full of Riley wool. Okay, there are people who will process dog hair. I've heard that it doesn't have the right enough structure to bind to itself. Same thing with cat hair. It's too slick. You can try it. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work. But that's what these are, Shep. These are actually House of Paws. Paws, like animal paws. They are pet hair brushes. And yes, Voss, his ship thinks of himself in the second person. Who are we talking about? It's our ship. All right. So that's more of a uniform purple color. It's not exactly, but it's pretty close. All right. Yes. Well, we don't have all of the Canadians. That's a lot of people. And I don't think I can handle that many people in my stream. Probably depends on the breed. Yes, Winter Red Fair, Spinner. Yes. It depends on the breed. Yes. You're going to want something that's, I guess, more wiry, I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you not necessarily want anything that's going to be slick. most most fiber you could do that. Well, you could try. You could try different animal fibers. You could try plant fibers. Can't get all the Canadians. Challenge accepted. If I called you geode, there's more than that many people in Canada. Um, okay, I'm putting way too much in here, and I'm going to show you what happens. But if they, yeah, okay, no, that's true. That's true. It's like a, no, we're not gonna. We don't want to do that. I was gonna say it's like a pyramid scheme, but we don't want a pyramid scheme. We only need another dozen. We'll be there, and of course, we all know Steve from Toronto. Who's Steve from Toronto? You love that guy? Oh, wait. Do all Canadians know a Steve from Toronto? Have to get my Canadian friend who plays not Shrek in D&D. Wait, not Shrek. Welcome in, Drop Zone Delta. He's doing really well. Wait a minute. Is this like a running Canadian thing? Cobb and I have outed ourselves in not being Canadian. Yeah. Sent him his regards last time I saw him. What? Blue's off to bed. Catch you later. Amazing rest of your stream. Enjoy the raid stream. Thank you, Blue. Thank you for being here. It's Shrek, but his name. Oh, it's Shark. But we send him a drift. What? Drop is another Canadian? What? Wait a minute. Okay, is this like a thing you guys are doing now? Or is this like a joke that Canadians do to us Americans? Now I'm wondering. Steve from Toronto. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Positively Crafty. How was your stream? Thank you, Thunder, for giving Positively Crafty a shout out. I don't think Positively has any clips, but welcome in. What were you doing? I was lurking. I was lurking in your stream. Welcome in, Mass Bandit. Crafty Grandmas Unite. Crafty Grandmas Unite. Well, I'll be. Crafty Cub, I've come from our beating circle to your knitting bee. How does this newfangled raid train work? Never mind, dearie. Who wants a virtual snickerdoodle? I want a virtual snickerdoodle because I can't have the real thing. I will take a virtual snickerdoodle. Thank you very much. Welcome in, Positively Crafty, and anybody else who came in on the raid train. Reese Cup is not Canadian. No. We don't hold that against you. I am the Crafty Cub. If you are new here, and I am a fiber artist, crochet, needle tatting, embroidery. Welcome to the first TCC raid train. Theme is 3R's: reuse, recycle, raid train. One moment, please. One moment. Yes. I should have had everybody sign a waiver when you visit the Crafty Cub on the raid train. There will be dinosaurs. It's kind of like Jurassic Park, but they don't get out, and they're not going to attack. So, and there's Positively Crafty stragglers. You've been here since the last raid train with a deep lurk. That very welcome. Yeah, very welcome. Wait, what is going on? Welcome in, Razor, welcome in. Working on a 3D beaded dragon. Ooh, wow. That I can only imagine it's going to be beautiful because Positively Crafty does amazing work. Closes duplicate tab. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of duplicate tabs. Supreme Captain Steve from Toronto a sub. Thank you, Supreme. Yeah, nothing like Jurassic Park. Nothing at all. No. Uh, so hopefully your stream as well went well. So the raid train, Positively Crafty will be part of the raid train later on. When it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, Positively Crafty will be on. What color shack does Steve want from? I will have to message Steve. I guess I'm gonna have to get to know Steve. Apparently, everyone in Canada, I almost said Canada, everyone in Canada knows Steve from Toronto. This one person named Steve from Toronto. Apparently, I guess us Americans are like in the dark. So yes, the reuse, recycle raid train. So I am taking yarn bits left over from projects, crocheting, knitting, whatever, and I'm processing them. This is in mid-process, and using these cards, they're actually pet airbrushes, and opening up the fibers, untwisting, turning it into fluff that you can use all different things with. You can use this possibly for needle felting, for stuffing, something you can stuff with these. You could do other different things. You can, I don't know, incorporate it in, however, use them as like clouds in like a mixed media piece. But I'm processing them. So the theory is I could turn this back into yarn of my own custom colors and designs. So we processed some. We used a piece of carding cloth, which is, these are all little spikes, little, basically to find nails, and we blended, we made a rolag, and the idea is to take this and spin this up into new yarn, and you're not wasting any of your leftover bits. But welcome in, crying out loud. You're laughing so hard. Why are we laughing? Oh, about Steve? I guess Steve is funny. So, that is what we're doing. We're playing How Dirty Is My Hook? No hooks today. I'm not using a hook today, but if you ask, all the hooks are always dirty. Yes, it's a running joke. We don't wash our hooks. Apparently, there are crocheters that wash their hooks. We don't wash them. You actually found Steve from Toronto? Well, I guess if you know him, it shouldn't be that difficult to find. I mean, I know Clay Miko from Maryland, and I can find her. I mean, I don't know how it is in Canada, but finding the friends you already know isn't that difficult. 15 followers last time. Wait. Oh, so, but he never mentioned Twitch. Ah, is the Dirty Hooker Collective more than TCC? Wait, no, there is no. TCC is the collective, but is Steve from Toronto as funny as Steve from the Springs? Who's Steve from the Springs? Wait a minute. We're not really derailing the train, but I think there's some suspicious things going on in the cars here at this station. I don't know who this Steve from Toronto is. Or like, is it like, I know here in the US, I don't know if it's in other countries. Well, maybe not. Well, maybe Canada, but it's probably not the other countries. I don't know if they do business in those countries. State Farm is an insurance company, a big insurance company here in the US. And there's a series of commercials, Jake from State Farm. So is it kind of like that? Steve from Toronto is like Jake from State Farm. He's like the spokesperson for the insurance company commercials. It's a 26-year-old guy from Toronto who really stinks at PC gaming. Okay, that's fine. I stink at it too. It's fine. The GWIC train cars got taken over by the mushrooms during a less by mushrooms. What? Wait, what? According to his okay, mushrooms and Steve from Toronto. And I thought Magic and Comic Stream was something with Macy the Russet Potato. So we have Macy the Potato and Steve from Toronto. No offense to my Canadian friends, but you're weird. With all due respect and all love, that's weird. A talking potato and Steve from Toronto. GWIC is Global Right and Crawl. Okay, one of the lizards from GWIC stop ended up on the train. A bunch of people took oh, wait, mushrooms from another shop is suing it. Okay, I'm confused. So does Macy Magic? Does Macy Russet, the talking potato? Yes, there's a talking potato. No, Steve from Toronto. I would have never thought I would have ever said that sentence in my life. Imagine traveling to Europe and somebody says, "Oh, you're American. Do you know Steve?" I think every Canadian has heard that. Usually from an American. What? Wait, wait a minute. Traveling to Europe and somebody says, "Oh, you're American. Do you know Steve?" I think every Canadian has. Oh, don't no, don't Magic. Don't ask her because it's going to be conspiracy theory, and she's going to have something against Steve. So I don't know Steve that well, so maybe we don't want him. The Geico Gecko is still the best. Yes. Just surprised Woody the Talking Christmas Tree. Okay, I like Woody the Talking Christmas Tree in Halifax, Nova Scotia, in that mall. No, I've had. You're British. Have you had tea with the Queen? Um, Rosie, Rosie, if you have drank a cup of coffee in Supreme Stream while she is drinking coffee, then you've had coffee with the Queen. Yes, and the Prime Minister. Well, it's the same. It's like dual. It's the same person, but two roles. So yes, I'm just brushing. This is brushing. But I've never heard somebody say, "Oh, you're American. Do you know Steve?" I've never been to Europe, so maybe that's why I've never heard. I've only really been to the United States. Going to Canada didn't count because I was like a toddler, so I don't really. I don't. Nobody like really talked to me except my family that I don't even remember. Any yeah, a lot of the lot wish the king would pass. And we'd have an extra. No, I'm not wishing anybody passes. Europe as an oh, and as an example, you're going to be blunt. This is an American problem. Oh, it's an American problem. Yeah. Oh, that. Okay, if that's the only problem Americans have, then we're great. We're not going there. Just broke your. Wait. Oh, I thought you said I broke your needle. Wait, what type of needle? Your a knitting needle? Oh no. You know Flo from. Oh, you know? Oh, I know of Flo. I don't know Flo. That's kind of like owning something and being in possession of it are two different things. Oh, a sewing needle. Do you have another sewing needle? Okay. My okay. The raid train is not derailed, but my stream is derailed. I'm gonna blame Steve. Putting beads on your tatting thread for a pro. Oh no. Was the eye like too large for the beads? Thank you for the hydrate. Okay, we're gonna process some other ones. 'Cause I'm tired of Just combing the same thing over and over. We're going to finish this gray. Broken the middle. Oh, wow. I've never had a needle, a metal sewing needle break. Oh, wait. I'm assuming it's metal. Steve shakes a imaginary fist. Well, Geode, not to point out physicalities, but in your case, it would be an imaginary fist. Oh, heal 41 HP. Thank you for the donation to the Trevor Project. I appreciate that. The Trevor Project appreciates that too. Well, it's been a random spot in Ireland, and somebody said, I hear your American accents. My daughter-in-law is American. She lives in X City, which is the city my sis lived. Oh, and yes, long story, turns out they met her before. Okay, that is weird. I have a story kind of about that. So when I was a kid, we had a neighbor who lived across the street from us, and actually, follow my path. I'm gonna paint a picture. We're gonna walk you through. So, the neighbor that lived across the street, she is the mother of Crojo Mojo's best friend, who is the one that we got the big yarn haul from. So y'all understand that. So Crojo Mojo's best friend got the from them got the big yarn haul that we received. Anyway, that's besides the point. If you know me, I tell stories with tangents. So they lived across the street for a year or so. She rented out her house. She had another house or whatever. I don't know the details. So she rented out the house. And a couple moved in, and they kept to themselves. We would see them. Grammy would wave to them every now and then. Didn't really have time to, like, talk. So, I think it was springtime. Grammy was out in the front yard gardening. And she saw the lady walking by. I think she had a baby in a stroller. And Grammy was like, she said to herself that, oh, I've been meaning to introduce myself. The people have been here for almost a year. Could go and introduce herself. So she got up, dusted off her hands. The woman walked by and she introduced herself. And they were talking. And the lady had a very deep Southern accent. Like Southern United States accent. And Grammy was like, by any chance, are you from Eastern Tennessee? Grammy's got family in Eastern Tennessee. And the lady said, why? And Grammy was like, I recognize the accent. And the lady was like, why, yes, we're from such and such town. And Grammy was like, that's where my aunt and my cousins live. And it's not a huge, huge town. It's a decent-sized town. And Grammy said, do you happen to know, and gave the cousins, her aunt's name and Grammy's cousin's name. And she said, cousin's name is my husband's best friend. Well, no, she said, somehow they work together. The husband and Grammy's best friend, Grammy's cousin, work together, or something to do with a father or something. And Grammy's cousin was like the best man at their wedding. It's like, what? Yeah, totally small world. So, yes, along those lines. Apparently still string beads. Yes, with a broken needle. As long as the eye isn't broken. So, yeah, it was a totally small world. Totally small world. That would be like marrying a complete stranger and being told by the family genealogy the new spouse is already in the family tree. We're not going into depth with that, but I did find personal family history, and I'm going to put it to you this way. I have distant relatives who were first cousins. That's all I'm saying. Our family tree forks, but the vines and branches wrap around each other. Turns out this tree more of a yes, supreme, supreme. Grammy says the exact same thing. That happens to your ex-husband? Yeah, yep. Well, my grandparents were actually like fourth or fifth cousins removed. Bush or a reef, so yeah. But they were distant one. Like my grandparents were distant cousins. But yeah, this ancestors they were first cousins. For happened to someone a lot closer to home. Oh, my grandparents on my mother's side were first cousins. Yep, yep. And in parts of the world, in parts of even this country, it's perfectly fine to marry your first cousin. I mean, there is a risk of why are we? How do we get on the topic of this? Steve, it's Steve. Steve from Toronto. Um, there is risk, but it's not necessarily a huge risk, but there is a risk. But if you do it in like a lot of those close relations over time, it can increase the risk. My nephew married his second cousin, and we're okay. We know what side to sit on, but half of the family sits in the middle. Yes. How we get to the subject? Yes, it's Steve. Steve and Macy. Steve and Macy. I mean, I like talking about my own family genealogy, but I don't think it would be a good stream because you're all going to be bored to death. Well, yeah. So I'm not going to go into all of that, but it is. Woo! It's eye opening. All right, I'm going to take this off of here. We're going to open up more of these fibers. Um, so yes, it's kind of a small world in certain areas, in certain oh, different type of thing. But there was one time when I was a kid, we went up to southern Pennsylvania, and it's like touristy. It's like Amish country and all of that. And in that one trip, we ran into a neighbor from the other side of the neighborhood, which we knew, and I think somebody else, I think Grammy knew, and I think Grammy had said the one cashier at the grocery store that she always interacted with, and they were all that we were all there the same weekend. Actually put up the tatting and put on my new books away, and you're dead. Ooh. Um, wait, you got new books? Wait a minute, new books. Is it new books you made or new or like actual like books you purchased? Like published books? So I fluffed this side, now we're fluffing the other, but you gotta grab really a hold of it to do it, because if not, it'll rip right out of your hands. But the world is strange like that. You have a lot of coincidences and interactions that are really close to home, and it's like, makes you think about why why things happen like that. No conspiracy theories. Macy Russet is not here. Macy Russet is Magic and Comics talking potato. I am sober. It's a thing. If you were not in Magic Stream, yes, I'm not making things up. Okay, that is kind of opened up a lot. Well, for the most part. What the heck? Don't worry. I'm going to talk to Macy and get her all straight. Oh, good luck with that, Geode. Good luck. That Macy has an agenda. Now, if I had a drum carder, this could. Well, I don't know how well it would work. It might get all um, tangled up in the drum carding. But I would assume something like this would be a lot easier to do if I had a drum carder. But those are expensive. Those are not something the average person can always afford. They're a couple $100, I think, for the cheapest ones. I think they can go up to well over 1,000, if not more. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on the time. We're good. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Welcome in, Tatter. Can we get a shout out for Tatter if there is a mod around? If not, that's fine. Thank you, Thunder. Oh, wait a minute. Ah. Welcome in. That was a gaming stream clip from Tatter. How was your stream? What were you working on? I was not reading. Oh, we perfect clip, and I'm still wearing the monk's costume. Timing, I love that. I was lurking. I don't know what you were working on. Welcome in, Emmis Creates and Imps and Bloom and Tatter and Doom. Oh, welcome in, Supreme Doom. Um, let's see. You're on it. I'm doing good, Tatter. How are you? Putting beads on your tagging. Straight up snap. I'm doing well. Yes, you singing. Um, Welcome to the first TCC raid train, the 3R's reuse, recycle raid train. And I am finishing up my portion of, this stop of the raid train. We are carting some schnibbles. I call little leftover bits of yarn schnibbles. We're taking that. I've done this on stream a bunch of times, but we're taking them, basically untwisting them, turning them into fluff, and then we could possibly turn them into Rolags, and then spin it into new yarn. So, going good. Made another surprise square. If you are not following the traveling tatter, she shuttle tats, and I'm coining a new thing. She makes it hip to be square. Um, she is known for her little design. It's not, she didn't design it herself. It's from the 1800s, and it's called the Weldon Square. And I've done it once or twice. And so yes, she is doing a square. Yeah, don't eat the schnibbles. This is acrylic, so you don't want plastic. You don't want to eat plastic. It's not good. Welcome in. If you're new here, I am the Crafty Cub, fiber artist, crocheter, needle tatter. I do know how to shuttle tat, but I'm more of a needle tatter and an embroiderer. That's a new word. And we're, like I said, we're processing some scrap yarn to reuse it so it doesn't go into the landfill, so we can get our money's worth out of it, because Think about it. If you are a fiber artist and you throw away little bits, I mean, little tiny bits, yes. But if you throw away anything bigger than a few inches up to maybe about a foot or so, I use US terms, then you save them all up and you accumulate it and you're like, you've got this big amount. And like, that's money. So you're saving money, you're being environmentally friendly, and you're having fun. You're being you can express your creativity. Like, what's the word? Exclamation point train. If anybody can do it, if you would be so kind to pop that in the chat. There is a link for everybody who was on the raid train. So it started yesterday evening, East Coast North American time with Supreme Doom. We are we are little over one full actual day, like one full 24 hours. We've gone more than 24 hours. So Thursday was a partial day, the last few hours. Friday is this is our first full day, and it's going to run through the evening of Tuesday, North American times. You have a lot of time. Just want to let you know raid target is live. Yes. Thank you, Supreme. Thank you. There's been and it's a nonstop raid train. So overnight, constant, and I've been around for most of it. I've lurked. I did take a little nap. I've been up a lot. So I am going to get some sleep here soon. Well deserved. But I want to be everywhere. I want to look at watch everybody, see what they're doing, and interact. Thank you for the raid, Tatter. If you need to raid and run, go ahead and do that. Before you raid, you probably didn't know, before the raid train came to me, it was at Magic and Comic. And I have to let you know that Magic and Comic has a friend. Her name is Macy Russet. It's a talking potato. Like, literally, it talks. And she's had some issues. So if you ever are in a Magic and Comic stream, it goes for anybody. If Macy is still there, you're warned. You're warned. So I'm just spreading the news. So, but I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying the raid train. Everybody that I have been in, everybody's stream I've been in has been wonderful, both them and whatever they're doing. And I can't wait for what the rest of the event is going to be. You will also notice over on the Crafty Collective website, the page with the raid train, I will also be on again Tuesday afternoon, East Coast North American time. So you will get more of the Crafty Cub if you like it or not. I'm sorry. You can always turn my volume down, and if you don't want to listen to me, I'm joking. I'm joking. Can't wait to see what happens. Yes, we got to decorate Tina's face. Yes. More. Yeah. You're going to be sick and tired of me. You only had me two stops. So I think, and it's spread out. One at the beginning and one at the end. So I think there's enough time in the middle for you to recuperate from this. All right. Anybody who was here at the beginning of the stream, because we've got about a little over 10 minutes left. Welcome in, Prince. Thank you for the lurk. Anybody who was here at the beginning of the stream, I said there was a theme. Has anybody picked up on a theme? If you've used your senses and been a detective, there should have been a theme. And if nobody picks up on the theme, that's fine. Picked up on it what is the theme, Supreme? It's not 3R's reuse recycling raid train, because that's the entire event. Interesting family relationships. No, that's not the theme. I did not know we were talking about that. No potatoes. Macy Russ, I didn't say she was evil. I said she has issues. And how are you, Kat? Yes, Supreme got it. The music we're listening to either has train in the title or they mention train, the word train, or subway or that type of thing in the lyrics. I was only able to find an hour's worth of music. I was searching. I'm like, I need more. So we are hearing some repeats. So I thought it was a cool idea. Just the way my brain works, I always have to have a theme. Didn't realize it's a secret, and I called it up first time. Oh, I didn't see that, Rosie. That's fine. No, it really wasn't a secret. Thank you for the lore, Epic. So, yes, it was all train related songs. I did a lot of searching. I had to make a little playlist. That was like last minute, like, yeah, even last minute yesterday I was working on it. I was like, oh. Notice right away. See? We've got some detectives. I got some detectives in uh in the chat. Knew something was up when you said in my stream Monday that you were doing music stuff. Oh yeah, I did say that. Yeah, that's actually when I started it. That is when I started the idea, like immediately. Like that's when I really had that idea during your stream. I was like, oh, that's what I need to do. I was like, oh, I don't got a lot of time. Hard work is appreciated. Yes, everyone's hard work. Uh, this right here, I've only done this little group of gray yarn, and I've been doing this pretty much all stream, so it's not like I'm super distracted. This takes some effort. Yeah, building up those muscles. But like I said, once we raid out, I am going to make myself some low carb pizza. And because we're supposed to have pizza. Um, I'm snoozing the ads. We don't need to run the ads. I think we can. Yeah, we're good because it's almost time. How are you, MS Creates? MS Creates was part of the raid train earlier today. Another Canadian, yes. MS Creates, can I ask you a question? Since you're a Canadian, I'm assuming you know Steve from Toronto. I don't know Steve from Toronto because I'm not Canadian. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. MS Creates was not here that I know of. Maybe she was lurking. Maybe she was lurking when we were talking about it. So I guess everybody knows Steve from Toronto. Apparently, he's also a gamer here on Twitch. He hasn't streamed in a while. That's what the game said Steve will play from Toronto A. With reflexes slow but laughter fast, in Modern Warfare, funds amass. One fish, two fish, watch him try. He'll make you cry. The stream's a blast. Oh, the places you go have a laugh. I don't know Steve from Toronto. With 15 followers. Well, maybe more of Canada and the world needs to know. we're gonna, we're gonna go. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. No. We don't need some unsuspecting person is gonna log into their Twitch and see they've got all of these follows. And you said they haven't streamed in years. They're gonna think it's a bot attack. Just text Steve was here. 6. Yeah, yeah. Uh, oh my gosh, too funny. I've learned a lot. I have learned a whole lot tonight. I guess I have to make a trip to wait. So, is it only Canadians can know Steve or can like Americans? Like if Americans go visit, can they know Steve? Is it like a special club? Is it like exclusive? Uh Steve from Toronto. Yeah. Yeah, Frosty Tools knows what's up. Oh my gosh. All right. Um we're gonna we're gonna move Yogurt, do you know Steve from Toronto? We're gonna pull all of the Canadians. Okay. Um let me get this over here. Um too funny. Let me see something real quick. Okay. So we made some work, we made some progress. I did a better roll lag that time than this time. What is the lamp behind me? So would I have passed that vibe? Though, be like, no. Frosty Tools, do you know Steve from Toronto? A tall Canadian, same question. Steve from. Okay, the lamp behind me. What? Oh, that lamp? That lamp? That lamp? Oh, look, I'm shedding. If only. It's attracted to me. That lamp is just a lamp, like a regular, like a table lamp. It's like a hollow glass table lamp, and you could fill it with stuff. And what I did, no, it was brand new paper, but I was using it, so it's really not recycling. But I took strips of colored paper, and I have a paper crimper. It's a tool that you run through it, and it crimps it. So I crimped it, cut it into strips, and filled it in there like confetti. And there is a print of from Wizard of Oz when they're at the Emerald City. There's a vase of sunflowers, and you can't see it, but that brown box is a music box that's got Dorothy when she was in Kansas. So it's like a Wizard of Oz thing. Giggy Jack, do you know Steve from Toronto? Yes, and there's a lava lamp. That has nothing to do with Wizard of Oz. Um, Forgot about Shep. Wow. Wow. Okay, I know we're not ready to rate out yet, and Supreme will let me know. But I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna shout out where we're going. So if anybody gets left behind, you'll know where the next stop is. Let's see if we have any clips. We're gonna go and raid Lady Lazy Pup. She is crocheting. I've been to her stream. Um, She is crocheting. I don't know what she's making. So if everybody copies this raid call, it's for both followers and subs. Everybody can do it. It is the raid call for the stream, for the raid train. You know Steve, then I'm sure Ship does. Longtime family, yes. Yeah. They're ready? Okay. Sheridan, that's can confirm here. There's two. Yes, you don't always want to assume. Again, I want to thank Supreme Doom for putting this together. I want to thank Traveling Tatter for rating me, Positively Crafty for rating me, and Magic and Comic for rating. And I think that is it of the raids. And I want to thank everybody who has followed. And you didn't have to do all the subs and the bits, but I appreciate it. That's not what this is about. It's not about me. Well, it is, but it's about the whole community. Be fair, Ship did meet Ship through... Wait. Ship met Ship through you, so he met himself through you. Well, that's true, because you can discover yourselves by other people. It takes other people... Yes. Oh, Ship met Steve. Okay. Alright. Let's get this raid started. Alrighty. I think I did it right. Yes, we did it right. Oh, I gotta copy I have it already over here. So I need to copy the raid call. You're very welcome. Thanks everybody for being here. Enjoy the rest of the raid train. I'm excited to see what everybody's doing. Have a good night, and I will see you all next time. Give Lady Lazy Pup some love. Bye.